Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Talkin' Tennis, the only tennis podcast you need to be listening to get all your headlines, results, and well-informed, unfiltered opinions. It's been a big couple of weeks of tennis with lots happening on the men's and women's game, and we're here to cover it all. I'm your host. They call me Adam the Animal, and I'm joined by my two partners in crime. Firstly, I'm joined by the man who has to put his tennis career on hold as he prepares to move to Adelaide and take up a career on the Live Golf Tour. Chrissy P, how are you, Chris?
Doing well, Adam. Thank you very much. Yes, the Live Golf Tour was a good experience. I got to witness that last week in Adelaide. And the whole time I was there, I was just trying to draw up comparisons to the Australian Open and Live Golf. And I was just trying to put myself in Craig Tiley's shoes and wondering, what would he do if he was in charge of this big spectacle. But they tried Live Golf. They really tried to make it replicate the Oz Open. It was a good time, and Adelaide's a wonderful place. Yeah, good beaches, good sunshine. It was a great time.
What were some things that they did to get crowd involvement? Because I think quite often we think of golf and it's just some bloke hitting off a tee or whatever. Unless you've watched Happy Gilmore, what do they do to get the crowds going?
Well, I think it's the clientele of the crowd to begin with. So if we're looking at the demographic of people that were at the golf, you could imagine it's, golf enthusiasts, 20 to 50-year-old males, heavy on the drinks, and where they've situated the holes as well, where they're teeing off close so you can see the greens as well, and easy access to bars. And the environment was very robust, very lively. When people are, about to tee off, they're screaming, they're shouting. So, they've got all, they've brought you closer into the experience, I feel, in terms of, being from what you're able to witness. But I think the big factor is it's the demographic of people there. It's just the day of just shenanigans, just silliness, and not what you'd probably imagine from, watching the golf. I made a comment to one of my mates that I went with, and they were on the green and the guy's putting and the guy's holding up the sign saying, "Quiet, please." And I'm like, that's got to be probably the most redundant job I've ever seen. It's anything but quiet. You've got just people shouting and screaming, and it's just a riot. So it's just that constantly. There's no quietness. Yeah, and it's just crowd engagement as well, from the golfers as well. They're ramping up the crowd, telling them to get involved. So quite a different atmosphere than what you probably would expect.
The players are also embracing that environment.
Absolutely.
And not the traditional, say, PGA Tour type thing.
Yeah, so they're really trying to, get behind them as well, before they tee off. I'm not sure how, PGA works in terms of, how many golfers start at one sort of hole and the next, but with the Live Golf, they were playing in teams of 3, I think, as well. I think honestly, the Live Golf players were just happy they're all getting a paycheck regardless of their performance as well. So that takes the pressure off them, and they're just there for a good time. And so look, a bit hard for me to compare against other golfing formats, but I was trying to look what else, is there to do apart from just watching the golf itself? Are there other marquee bars and, things to do? And, there were other performances from musicians later in the evening, which, more people attended to as well, not just for the golf. But all in all, it was pretty good. Lots of room, lots of open space, as you could imagine with a golf field.
Sounds like there was less to do, say, other activities compared to the Australian Open, where you can literally go there and not see a thing of tennis, and your day will be full because there's just so much other stuff to do. I remember the Mecca thing. There was 6 stories of just Mecca stuff, and there's just women lining up a mile long. But sounds like they're just going for the more, let's make it a party atmosphere kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely all about the golf. I mean, there wasn't, restaurants, places really to sit down and eat lunch. It was more food, lots of food trucks, lots of vans, and, benches, and, for you to eat your lunch and, have food, as compared to the Open, where you go into, proper stores or proper indoor facilities and you don't even think you're at the tennis. You think you're somewhere else. So obviously AO is a lot more advanced in, this sort of climate. They've been doing it for years, where Live Golf, in their early stages.
Very nice. And secondly, you've heard his voice already, but the man to my virtual right, he holds the distinct Australian record, actually. I didn't know this. I only found this out during the week. He holds the record of more penis surgeries than tennis trophies. It's Varjos. How are you, Adrian?
Good. I'm good. Thank you very much. Thanks for that wonderful, warm intro there. It's good to be back, actually, after a couple of weeks. And
yes,
it's good to be here.
I will just say for all the viewers at home, Adrian's penis does work. He's just needed a couple of surgeries along the way to just make sure it functions.
Pretty much.
Was it more of a aesthetic kind of surgery or look you were going for, or was it more in terms of functionality and performance? Like what was the sort of aim, purpose of this?
You might say the first surgery was a two-parter, probably more of an aesthetic plus a functionality purpose, whereas the second one was for purely, I don't know what you would say for the second one.
You're putting the key on the rack. That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
I think he's letting our viewers infer the rest.
Well, the first surgery worked because you busted out 2 children, so
that's
right. The functionality worked.
That's right. And then
Chris and I need to go in for the same surgery. And then
I think so.
Very good. Yes. Apologies to our loyal listeners. Schedules just got too hard last week to make a pod recording. So this will be our first record in a couple of weeks. We'll just blame Chris because he spent time in Adelaide. And it's just easy to blame Chris.
Take it. That's fine. But blame the golf. Blame the Saudis.
Oh, we're going to be talking about the Saudis. It's on the run sheet later. Don't you worry. The Saudis are in my crosshairs.
Just wouldn't be a Talking Tennis episode without a mention for them.
Well, they keep opening their mouth. We're going to open our mouths back, right? What are they going to do? All the way over there.
I don't want to know.
Be on the do not fly zone. Chris, you mentioned his name, Craig Tiley. After a 20-year run as the tournament director of the Australian Open and CEO of Tennis Australia, he is reportedly set to leave his dual roles, not to go work on Live Golf, but to be the CEO of the United States Tennis Association. I think we talked about this like 4 weeks ago. I think there was a lot of rumors going around way back when that he was set to leave. But Chris, your thoughts on this and your thoughts about Craig Tiley and the Australian Open as a whole under his watch and tenure, particularly the last 5 years?
Well, I have to give the guy some credit. I mean, he's done a lot for tennis in terms of for Australia and making AO the spectacle that it is now. But I don't know, for me, it makes me think, is there a limit? Has it gone too far? Has it taken away, the purity of the sport itself and turned it more into I don't know what you'd call it, but just a bit of an eyesore. So him going over to, the US, I mean, clearly there's a demand, from the US that they want to turn it into something more than what it currently is. And they want to grow, earn more money. So it makes you think that they're just going to replicate what's been done here and just put it over there. But it sort of, does it mean now for the Australian Open that it's just his vision is going to be continued and it's just going to go bigger, broader, more crazier ideas? I have seen some pretty outlandish ideas in terms of what he wants for the AO. I think they want to sort of turn it into a dome, sort of what they've done in Vegas, the big sphere. They want to get Olympic Park or Collingwood's training facilities. They want to expand it that far out as well. So just getting more land, more space, more people. I think that's their vision in terms of for the AO. There was a couple of outlandish, crazy ideas.
I think just jumping in there, in terms of the US Open, it wouldn't be too hard to send a few of the high-ups, come down to the Oz Open when it's on, observe and see what's going on. I'm sure they could have had meetings with, with Craig Tiley and whoever involved at Tennis Australia. Why feel the need to poach him and get him in? Can't you just see what's going on and try and replicate it yourself?
I reckon it's probably something that they have been doing over the past few years, where US, execs have been coming over to the AO, seeing how it operates, seeing the inner sanctum, how it works. And same with Craig Tiley. I reckon that he's probably gone over, seeing how it works over there. But the big thing that's what's probably led to him going over there on a permanent fixture is just the dollar signs. I can't imagine the amount of money that they're probably throwing at him for him to, be a part of, the US Open and fixing it up and making it grander. So no doubt US Open people have come over to AO in recent years. There's no doubt in my mind. So yeah, this has probably been a long time in the making.
One thing to try and copy ideas from afar, or even coming there and doing it, but then actually executing it and delivering it and getting into the nitty gritty and the exactly how you do it and all that. It's a whole other thing. And It's like, you can try and steal the ideas, or we can just go get the guy who's already done it. He's delivered it. He knows what to do. Let's just bring him over, and then he can actually execute it and get the right people around him as well to do it. Because it's not just him. He might be the visionary of, hey, here's what we want to do, but you need the people to come up with the ideas and actually execute the plan as well. So you need that guy at the top to do it, and they obviously feel that he's the man to do it and try and grow the attendance and grow the dollars. And just to your point before, I think if you're judging the AO by like financial metrics and, attendances and stuff, yeah, be a big tip. But like you said, kind of moved away from the tennis, and it's kind of about all this other stuff as well. So yeah, there's a fine line to balance, and it'll be interesting what happens after he's gone.
Yeah, I think the AO is also known that the players often comment, or they have in the past, on how well run it is from a player's perspective as well. So, you mentioned there, Adam, about the behind the scenes kind of stuff. It's one thing to see, they set up, this marquee and they've got these events and whatever, but what are they actually doing to make the players' experience like perhaps better than the other, what are they called? The slams. Yeah.
It's one thing to look at it from afar. It's another thing to actually get in the inner sanctum of how to do it. So that's probably why they felt the need to throw the big bucks at him.
Yeah. Well, to Craig Tiley's, repertoire, I mean, he takes from the feedback that's given to him from all the stakeholders. So the players, the fans. So I don't think anyone's had a bad word from, an Australian perspective, about him, or in terms of how the tournament is run. So, and you got to give the guy credit for that as well, for not only growing it from a financial perspective, but from ticking all the boxes as well. But
and for sinking a beer with Barinka.
True. Yeah,
you got to give him credit for that
as well. He's there at those moments as well. Like he could be anywhere. How busy can he be? So, but in those moments, he's thinking of the little things, and yeah, that kind of stuff doesn't go unnoticed as well. Even when Monfils had his last match as well, he was there. So he knows his tennis, he knows his players, he knows the guys that have been coming to Melbourne Park for the better part of probably 2 decades. Yeah, my hat goes off to him. I just hope, I don't know, it doesn't turn the future in for at the AO. I hope it doesn't go too mad and crazy. It's sort of, well, not teetering on the edge, but I don't know. I feel like it could get out of hand the next 5 years.
They want to expand to Gosh's Park. That's not to put more tennis courts out there, I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's for sure.
If it was, different story. Well, we're happy to have Craig Tiley on the podcast anytime throughout the year before he departs to the US in August. So, yeah, Craig, if you're listening, just reach out, talkingtennis@gmail.com. We haven't got a proper email account yet. Still waiting on that and the Battle of the Spuds music. But, yeah, talkingtennis@gmail.com. Just shoot us a note. We can have you on anytime. I still work around Chris's golf schedule as well, obviously.
I'll let you know. See if I can fit you in.
Thanks, buddy.
Has to be after I
We'll
finish
talk some tennis
parent-teacher
now.
interviews.
We'll talk some tennis now. It feels like a lifetime ago, but Rotterdam wrapped up last week. Alex de Minaur picking up the tournament win, defeating Felix Auger-Aliassime in a commanding performance. Straight sets 6-3, 6-2. He'd lost the last two finals there, 2 years running, to Sinner and Alcaraz. Aliassime was looking really good all tournament as well. He looked absolutely unstoppable and I think was probably the favourite going into it. But de Minaur was just that level better in the final. I think it's probably the best way to put it, Chris. Am I fair to say?
de Minaur looked
slightly better.
like he looked like a Sinkeraz during that game equivalent. He made Aliassime look much lesser, if you get my drift. Just clinical with, I know I'm not Chris, apologies for butting in there, but I feel he played very aggressively as well. Yeah, good on him. That's up to him. Happy for him to finally get the W there. Yeah, did very well. But I was just really impressed with how much he dominated. I didn't see that coming. I don't know about you boys.
Yeah, he dominated. He was dominating the points. He was in control from what I saw. So, which again was a surprise because Aliassime looked really good all tournament, and he was doing the same to his opponents throughout the tournament. Chris, did you catch much of Rotterdam? I'm trying to think about the earlier rounds, but I can't at the moment. It was so long ago.
Well, I do remember some of the highlights. I remember him playing Humbert in the semis, and
That's right.
He had to save that many break points in that match, but it just goes to show his just willingness just to work on every single ball, not give free points, saying his level of focus all throughout the match from start to finish as well. As we know, tennis is a game of, ebbs and flows. Sometimes your form dips and it spikes, but he's just always there, and his consistency is just truly commendable. And yeah, I believe Adrian's point, or your point, Adam, he made, Felix just look second rate, and he's just very fit these days. Just looks very tough as well on the court, really throwing his body on the line. He's able to hit winners on full stretch, loving his backhand down the line as well. So he's working hard and he's seeing results, and it's just the only players he just can't fucking beat right now are the Sinkeraz. So everyone else, though, he can have them covered.
Well, what a turnaround. I feel like it wasn't too long ago we were talking about him not being able to win against the top 10. I think it was the Masters, the end of year event.
Last year. Yeah.
So it wasn't too long ago where he's turned that around. And yeah, definitely gone up a few notches, but you're right. He needs to get scraping the wins against the big boys.
Yeah. And that number 6 ranking, it's a testament to his commitment throughout the season as well. And him just simply winning matches on a consistent basis and going deep in finals or just deep in tournaments. So, good on him. Couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah, good shout out, Adrian. You're right. We were talking about it in November, December last year, that the record against the top 10 was horrendous. If you ask me now, I'd say probably the number 3 player in the world, irrespective of that ranking. So, yeah, he's obviously going to keep doing it consistently. He'll get another chance next week, and then Indian Wells after that, which will be the big test when Sinner and Alcaraz and everybody else is lined up in that.
Big one. Huge.
The other men's tournaments, Dallas, it was the All-American Showdown. Ben Shelton, what a tournament he had. He was down a set, I think, in 4 matches in a row, came back to winning 3 in all of them. The final against Fritz, loses the first set 6-3, comes back to win 6-3, 7-5, and claim the trophy. So well done to young Ben Shelton. He was just behind the 8-ball all tournament, and he just pulled it all out when it mattered late. And I'm not sure if you guys saw the post, but Fritz looked absolutely shattered afterwards. He was like a man who just been, I think he thought he had it won, and just got rug pulled.
Yeah, match points, I believe, Fritz. And
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's probably why he was shattered.
He fucking blew it. I can't remember how many. It might have been 40-15. He might have 2 match points on shot on serve. Probably Shelton just ripped out two big serves as he usually does.
Yes.
But I think he had it almost wrapped up.
Sucks for Taylor. Adrian, did you catch much of Dallas last week?
I didn't actually. No, just the highlights here and there. I didn't get to watch anything noteworthy. Just, the main points were the clock serving, really.
Too focused on team and all.
Oh.
There was also a 250 tournament in Argentina in Buenos Aires. Top seed Francisco Cerundolo defeated Luciano Daderi in straight sets. I think Musetti was scheduled to play in this tournament but pulled out, and then Musetti also pulled out this week as well. So he is still a little bit sore from that quarterfinal Australian Open still. But yeah, the top seed Argentine winning that one. And then the women's, this is what I really want to talk about. There was upsets galore last week at the Doha 1000.
No,
Just
really?
giving you that.
Upsets in the women's tennis game? Who would have thought? How many breaks of serves were there?
There goes all our women viewers from Idaho and North Haverbrook. Carolina Muchova and half-year title drought, defeating 19-year-old Canadian Victoria Mumbako 6-4, 7-5 to win the Qatar Open. It was the first ever WTA title and her first win since 2019 for the Czech. There were a lot of upsets in that tournament. I do want to roll over to the current tournament in Dubai at the moment. Not sure if you've been paying attention to this one, but there have been withdrawals, pullouts, retirements everywhere. And I know Chris is peachy keen to talk about this because he's been banging on about this for a while. The calendar is too jam-packed, will be Chris's point. This will be the second WTA 1000 event in 2 weeks, and obviously only a couple of weeks past the Australian Open. There have been, at last counts, this probably is more now, but there were 24 players who had either withdrawn before the tournament or have since retired in Dubai this week. Chris, I will give you your red meat. What is happening in Dubai at the moment?
Well, I don't really need to repeat myself because everyone's pretty familiar with, my stance on this and how jam-packed the circuit is. And yeah, the players are obviously withdrawing because they cannot hack it. It's not just Dubai; it's everywhere. So, yeah, I guess the players are just managing their schedules as best they can and keeping their options open, I guess, or really prioritizing certain tournaments in the future. I think they have to be strategic in terms of the ones they do play as well. Maybe they're picking the ones or saving themselves for the tournaments where they have to defend points as well, and they're thinking about this a lot more strategically as opposed to just playing as many matches as possible as well. So I think for them, they're trying to protect their rankings and give themselves the best opportunity not only to win, but to enhance or progress themselves on the ranking board.
On that point, wouldn't you think that you see 24 players have withdrawn, why not stick in there, possibly win a tournament that you didn't partake in last year? You're getting those bonus points for this year. You might save yourself for a tournament that perhaps you want to defend from last year. There's no guarantee that you're going to do that. Like you're missing out on all these points just for the hope that you might retain that title. Yeah, it's
I obviously don't feel like they're 100% fit, ready to go.
Yeah.
And you think we're in February. It's a long season. I don't want to do more damage and potentially miss longer tennis.
Yeah.
Later down the line, if I'm not, peachy 100% ready to go. Sabalenka and Swiatek pulled out before the tournament. The 2 Doha finalists in Boko and Muchova pulled out after playing in the final, so they didn't play. And there's been a whole host of players either pull out after the draw had been finalised or pull out throughout the tournament. Chris's girl, Rabakina, I think, she fall ill or get injured, but she retired mid-match, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at Chris, hoping he's going to...
Sorry, haven't really kept any tabs on her since the AO? Yeah, I don't know.
I think she was feeling ill and vomiting and feeling a bit nauseous, and there was some speculation going around she might be pregnant. So I thought maybe you might have some inside intel, Chris, on that one.
Well,
What have you got for us?
Can't kiss and tell on that one.
Chrissy obviously hasn't visited Dr. Snip.
Obviously not. No. Trying to think of my the next generation, generational wealth here. It's the last thing. No, I kiss and tell on that one. Yeah, but it's quite a shame that she did have to pull out. But yeah, pulling out not my favorite activity either.
Something I did find interesting was the tournament director about maybe calling out some of the players. The mention of the fines. Do you guys have an idea as to what the fines were?
Not in any specific detail. I think his criticism was that the fines weren't enough, and that he said that they should start ranking points from players who skip mandatory events without major season-ending injuries.
Pretty harsh.
My response to Salah Talak, the tournament director for Dubai, is go fuck yourself and mind your own business. In short, take your oil money and fuck right off. And if players don't want to travel to your country, with that, if you can even call it a country, then shut the fuck up. It's not a mandatory event. They don't have to play. They're not feeling up to it. They don't want to travel to the fucking desert. They don't have to play. I'll say it again, go fuck yourself. You got a problem with that, and take it up with the WTA. But I'm sick of these people coming in, throwing their oil money around and just thinking they can control the world. We didn't record last week because Chris has to go to Adelaide to go watch Live Golf. Blame the Saudis for that. And now this. That's two strikes. Enough.
Well, we got to go easy on the Saudis because that wonderful idea that was of the wonderful doubles idea that was started here at Talking Tennis relies on that Saudi money. So we can't anger them too much.
You know what?
We can't have it both ways here. You got to pick and choose.
Well, I'm sorry, doubles players, but there will be no tournament this year.
I think they'd be used to that kind of disappointment.
Yeah.
And there's, I don't know if it's rumours or if it's confirmed, but the end of year tournament on the men's will be in Saudi in a few years' time as well. So we should just become the fucking Middle Eastern League at this point.
They're taking over sports.
Of everything. Golf, Formula One. Yeah, I'm sure AFL will be over there soon. Can't wait for that.
Can't wait to see some Saudis running about in the sand, kicking a Sharon around. No worries, boys.
Kicking a Sharon in their thongs.
In their geese.
Yeah, anyway, that's my 2 cents on the whole situation.
I've been noticing your ex lately, Adam the Animal. It's been just a triad of hate and just anger lately. Is everything all right on your end?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I've just been watching it and he's just really angry and just got a lot of criticism and judgment as of late. So
now with this outburst, it's just, we're here for you, mate. We care about mental health here at Talking Tennis. We take it seriously.
I'm fine. It's just there's a lot of people who need to be told that they're fucking up. That's all. And if I'm going to be one of the contributors on X that's doing that, then it's the cross I bear. And Chris, what do you mean lately? I've been pointing out criticisms on X for years.
No, you have. Absolutely. Yeah. It's just lately they've been a lot more frequent and multiple each day. I just can't keep up in terms of the amount of scopes and disciplines that you've just been covering. It's like sports, pop culture, finance. It's just you're across everything. You've just got opinion on this and opinion on that. I love a man that has a voice, but it's just a lot of. I want to see some positivity as well. Start put it back. Let's push it back in the other direction a bit.
Yeah, feedback's been noted. It's been a quiet week at work this week, so I've had a lot of free time. Is there any tweet in particular that you think crossed the line? You're going to start accusing me of things. You may as well bring the evidence.
You're going to have to give me a couple of minutes to get up my ex.
Oh, well, I'll kill some time while you do that. For those paying attention to the great 1000 Dubai tournament going on over there at the moment.
Can I interject here?
You can.
I've got an example actually that comes to mind. There was a post from, was it Osaka? Oh no, who was it? Someone put a post on Threads. Do you know who was it that posted on Threads? Something, I can't remember what it was about.
Osaka did.
It was Osaka.
Yeah.
And your response was, she's fucking piss weak for posting on that pansy Threads where no one, like, she's not going to get any back talk. If she had the stone, she would have posted on X.
Again, that is all factually correct. If you had stones, you would post on X. If you're a snowflake and can't take an ounce of criticism, you post on Threads. Where it's all rainbows and lollipops.
Here we go. I've got one in there for our tennis fans. It's a video of Kyrgios swearing at the umpire and saying, "You're a joke and your hat looks ridiculous too, bro. It's not even sunny." So that's what Kyrgios is saying. Someone's retweeted it and just saying this is the biggest on-court fight drama. Adam's reply was, "What a dipshit. Where is he anyway?" I'm replying to
easy.
Kyrgios. Not even playing in any tournaments. At least Tomic is in challenges and playing qualifiers. So you just hate.
Well, factually correct. Where is Kyrgios? Plays doubles at the Australian Open. Unsighted. What's he doing?
Actually, you know who I saw in Adelaide, by the way? And I should have got a photo with him. I saw Kokonakis walking on Jenny Road in Glenelg, and I should have got a photo with him, but he didn't look too
unbelievable.
He didn't look happy. I think he didn't get his sandwich from Dante's. I think I had the last one. So, yes, sorry, Cocky, about that.
Maybe he might fuck your girlfriend now.
I don't think Rebecca is going to want anything to do with him.
Shout out to Dante's, the sponsor of this week's podcast, obviously. Great sandwiches, just off Jetty Road.
Excuse me. We already have a sponsor for today's podcast. It's Dr. Snip.
That's our back half sponsor.
Secondary sponsor.
That's our secondary sponsor, Dr. Snip.
We're fighting off the sponsors here at Talking Tennis.
Maybe, Chris, we have this as a standing segment where you go through and maybe pull up some better hateful posts. Because that wasn't hateful. That was just fact.
It wasn't good enough.
Can you actually tell me what Kyrgios is up to in February?
That's anyone's guess, Adam. But I think for our listeners, they should just follow you on Twitter, Adam the Animal, and they will see firsthand in terms of the hate, negativity that that you're spreading. But some content is funny. I mean, there is some stuff that you reply to that I never would have seen. And there was an event in, I think it looked like the UK, where they were throwing something into a large crowd, and the last person to be holding it by 5 p.m. wins. And all I just see is an object being thrown into this mass crowd of men, and around 500 blokes just jumping on top of each other. And I just see two massive guys just punching the shit on each other. And then Adam's reply to this is, "What a sophisticated bunch." That actually did make me laugh. So if it wasn't for that reply, I never would have seen it. It did make my morning. I did see it.
I think Adrian's got to get on X so he can get see some of these antics.
I might have to. I'm just recently on Insta, so.
Right, no, you need to get off that. That's poison. That's poison. You need.
I mean, if you just want to look at half-naked girls all day, I mean, fine. But, I mean, this is more fun, my comments.
Okay.
Bloody hell. All right, for those still playing at home, some of the ladies still playing in the prestigious Dubai tournament, Coco Gauff, Amanda Anisimova, Jessica Pegula, Svitolina still in the tournament as well, the number 7 seed, and Adrian's man, Mira Andreeva. So there's still some big names hanging about, but yes, there has been a lot of withdrawals in this tournament. Part of the men's quickly, we're in Doha. We're still in the Middle East, unfortunately, much to my chagrin. Sinner and Alcaraz, Chris, the return. They are back. Their first tournaments of the year. Both have won their early round matches. Not sure if you've caught much of the tournament this week, but who are you liking out of the two of them?
Well, I'd have to go by recent history and have a look and see who's got the better form. And to that, I don't even know who's got the better form in the Middle East, in Qatar. But as always, it's just a toss-up between the two. I would like to see, Sinner respond, and I just want to see, these two just not for it to be one-sided in their matches, I guess, them taking out equal amounts of titles and just keep us audience guessing. But yeah, I'm going to get the Sinner.
Might be a chance for an upset as well. Adrian, your man Jakub Mensik takes on Sinner tonight. First time they're meeting, apparently, so that could be interesting. You got Tsitsipas, who defeated Medvedev in the last round. He's got Rublev tonight. Because I'm not sure if you caught much of Montpellier a couple of weeks ago, but Arthur Fees, he is I don't know, it could be a bit of a mover and shaker this year. He's in the final 8 as well after he went deep in Montpellier from memory. I don't know if he made a semi in the end, but I think it was his first tournament back from a long layoff.
Yep. Yeah, he had the home crowd behind him, and
he did. He did.
Yeah, I'm not really good at my geography. I was thinking it's Montpellier in France, but yeah, look, it goes a long way playing behind a home crowd, and he does look a bit beefy as well. He's probably put on a bit of weight, bit of muscle, just growing out the throw. So yeah, we'll see if he can sustain that form.
Adrian, you're going to be riding the Mensik bandwagon, obviously, for this tournament.
%. Got to stay true. Yeah, looking good. And why not? Why can't he take out Sinner?
I don't see a reason why not. If the temperature gets over 30 degrees, he's vulnerable.
100%. Can't handle the heat.
Would like to see Rublev make a run. He is the previous or last year's winner. So
he's been a bit quiet, hasn't he?
He has been very quiet. He played Tsitsipas in his next match, and winner of that will play winner of Alcaraz and Khachanov. And Khachanov has been quiet too. A lot of players in the old top 20 that, yeah, very quiet.
Mm. And it's good to see the website I'm looking at actually has the Russian flag against Rublev and Khachanov. So don't tell anybody at the ATP because obviously they'll get in trouble.
It's definitely not the ATP World Tour website, that's for sure.
Definitely not. And then next week, lads, we have Acapulco, ATP 500 tournament. De Minaur is back in that tournament. Zverev, Musetti is scheduled to play in that tournament. Don't know if he'll be 100%, but he is scheduled to play along with Ben Shelton and Casper Ruud. So we're looking forward to seeing how De Minaur fares in that one. And then there's another tournament in Dubai as well. Auger-Aliassime headlines that one with Adrian's man Bublik, Jack Draper. We'll see if he's going to be playing or not, as well as Medvedev, Mensik, and Khachanov. And then Indian Wells the week after. So I think Chris has got his plane ticket booked as well to head there for the ATP 1000. And we'll be doing live coverage of the Indian Wells, right, Chris?
Yeah, sure. No worries. I'll see you guys there. Fairyland.
You're going to be going to that.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list. But yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
Maybe next year.
Have you got my plane ticket ready?
Yeah, it's in the mail.
Beautiful.
Alrighty. We're at the 42-minute mark. Chris doesn't look sleepy yet, so I feel like it's maybe too early to go to Battle of the Spuds. But we will go to Battle of the Spuds just to keep Chris happy. Battle of the Spuds, gentlemen and folks playing at home. It's a little bit different. Today's Battle of the Spuds, today's installment of Battle of the Spuds is real or not real. I'm going to give you a name and a description of a player. You're going to tell me if they're real or not real. A for real, B for not real.
Is it AI?
Is it a real tennis player? Or did I make them up? What was that?
Is it AI or isn't it?
Precisely. And then, of course, we will end with the Who Am I?
Favorite, what I'm really good at.
What's the scoreline at the moment? Is it 2-1? 3-1?
Oh, it's a very good question, Adrian. Let me just, hold on, let me just bring it up. Damn, I can't even find it now. It is 3-1. I had it say somewhere here. I don't know where it is. Sorry, 2-1. I had you 1. 2-1 or 3-1?
2-1. Outrageous.
Thought it was 3. But anyway, I'll take 2-1.
Did we do a pod on the... Oh, yeah, we did do a pod. I didn't record your win, Adrian. It is 3-1.
Outrageous.
Sorry, Adrian.
What am I? What are my fans in
forgot to
Tennessee
record your win on
supposed
the
to think?
call.
Just dissing me like
I gave you
that.
your point, mate. I just gave you your point. You
Oh,
know, this has to go
alright.
through audit through, Ernst & Young, PwC. They've all got to audit these anyway, so they would have got picked up. Who knows? Adrian leads 3-1. If you win this, Adrian, I'm pretty sure it's like game over. I would have thought for 2026.
I thought it was first to 100.
I mean, it is, but you can't come back from 4-1. So I think the pressure's all on. I mean, nothing.
So let's just get down to business. Brass tacks.
All right. All right, everybody. Let's play Battle of the Spurs.
Nice. Well
Music
done.
is still in the mail, apparently. It's still not coming through. All right. Open your chat boxes, if you will, and we will get cracking. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Yes, I can't see your chat box open.
I don't think the listeners at home in the car can see the chat boxes. You forgot to say about the people playing one at home. You forgot to talk the shit out to them.
Adrian, I will get to the people at home from Idaho, Wyoming, and everywhere. Obviously, if you want to play along at home,
actually, I'd like to know in the past pods, have you been calculating the viewer scores?
Yeah, I get emails every week, and I get all the comments that they come through, and I tally them up, and I send them back to everybody. So it's one of the things I do between posting hate on Twitter and getting angry. I tally results. So if you're playing along at home, please open your comment section. Drop us an email, talkingtennis@gmail.com. Just send me a letter. It's just A and B. It's simple. A real,
Just
B not
email
real.
him.
Just send me the letters, and I'll tally it up.
Just email him. Tell him to fuck off.
I've been doing it all week. Please don't tell me to fuck off. If you're from Dubai, I don't want to hear from you. Okay, take your fucking robe and your money and just fuck off. I don't want to hear it. No A, no B, no C. Okay. All right.
Let's get into it.
Adrian, Chris, everybody at home, are you ready?
Yeah.
Affirmative. Okay. Question 1. Hugo Marchand. He is known as the French artist, a rising star from Lyon, known for his beautiful one-handed backhand and for wearing a vintage-style bandana. He just won his first challenger title on clay late last year. Am I A, real, or B, not real? Hugo Marchand. I think that's how you pronounce his name. You have both said not real. Have you both said not real? Yes, you have.
Correct. Yeah.
You are both correct. I made him up. He is not real. He's actually a famous ballet dancer at the Paris Opera. So he's real, but not a tennis player.
That's clever.
For the day.
Yeah, very good.
It's clever. Using real people's names.
Very good.
Oh.
We're using real people's names who are not tennis players. So I should say tennis player, real or not real, really. Maybe I'll workshop this more. All right. Just to let you know as well, there are 6 questions. 6 questions, and you are tied 1-1 after 1. All right. Number 2. Mason Carter, known as the bad boy of NCAA at AA, he was famously kicked off his college team for smashing 3 rackets in a single match. He turned pro anyway, is now making waves as a fiery doubles player on the challenger circuit. Real or not real?
Mason Carter. It does sound like an American name.
Yeah, it does sound
sound too American.
A stupid piece of shit American, what they would do in terms of cracking
I
shit.
know.
And I've got hatred on Twitter.
I know. I was thinking that.
So you've both gone real. He is not real. He is made up. He does not exist.
I really wanted him to be real.
Like somebody. To see the game where he smashed 3 rackets. He is not real, unfortunately. I'm sorry. He is a fiction of my imagination. All right. Number 3.
So who is Max?
Tobias.
Yeah.
Well.
Is he a labourer? Like, who is he? Like, is he...
Oh, no, that guy I made up. He's not real. I'm sure if you type in Mason Carter into Google, you'll find somebody. But that's I just put 2 generic names together.
He's a fucking nobody.
Some henchman for the CFMEU.
Shout out to the CFMEU. Thanks for siphoning just billions of dollars from the Victorian government for years and years. I'll be writing a post later about them. Don't you worry. They're crosshairs as well.
Adam's got such a hit list against him, man.
I
Like,
know.
he's got the Saudis, he's got the fucking the bikies.
Well,
You're not going to make it till Christmas, bro.
this is my last pod record. Tobias Eklund, the new
Say the
Swedish
name
hope,
again.
20-year-old from Stockholm who is making headlines for being the only player on tour to use a two-handed forehand on every single shot, like Fabrice Santoro used to. Real or not real?
What was the name?
Not real.
Tobias Eklund. He's a 20-year-old from Stockholm. He's being dubbed the new Swedish hope.
You said
He
he,
likes to hit a two-handed
male.
forehand.
How old is he?
Yes, he's a male. 20. You have both said not real.
Can't
You're
imagine
both
a male.
correct.
Yeah. I've seen that
both
kid that
correct.
has two forehands.
Yeah, I have
Seen
seen
him.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. But a
Slagged
two-handed.
him off on Reddit as well. He got in my crosshairs.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten in Adam's crosshairs.
Well, mate, you just don't have Twitter.
Yeah.
He just gets in my crosshairs every other week.
You should see my inbox. This is full of fucking hate.
All the DMs.
All right, you're both tied at 2-2. You've both done well so far. You can sense my bullshit, which is good. Number 4, Hendrik Jebens, a German double specialist who plays exclusively with his partner, Konstantin Fratzen. They are cult heroes on the Challenger Tour, known as the Mustache Brothers because of their matching facial hair. Is Hendrik Jebens real or not real?
I want it to be real.
A for real, B for not real. Adrian wants it to be real. Chris thinks I'm talking shit again, and it's not real. It's the first time you've gone different in this quiz, which is amazing. He is real.
Fucking hell. I knew there couldn't be 4 not reals in a row. It just couldn't be.
Yeah.
Just couldn't be. Just couldn't be. I was trying to fuck with you doing 3 not reals in a row. Now you don't know which way I'm going to go. That's the beauty of it.
It's
Adrian, you lead 3-2 as usual, leading Battle of the Spuds. Question 4. Ben Bartram, a young British star who is the protege of Alfie Hewitt. He is a former junior world number 1 and US Open junior champion who is seen as the future of wheelchair tennis. True, real, or not real?
Get a load of this
Or
guy.
false? Have you both
I'll
locked
just
in?
go the other.
No, you haven't.
I didn't. I'll just go
Chris has gone not real. Chris thinks I'm lying again. And Adrian has gone real. The answer is real. Yes, he is real. Chris does not know his wheelchair tennis, and it shows. Whereas Adrian has some idea at least. Well done, Adrian. I know you respect the wheelchair.
I respect all forms of the game.
Yes, no, like Chris. He's just, I mentioned WTA, he makes a face at me. Unbelievable. Adrian, after 5 questions, leads 4 points to 2. 1 question to go before Who Am I? Number 6, Noah Fletcher, a British grass court specialist from Surrey. He famously plays almost 0 tournaments from January to May, only to emerge in June to play in Nottingham and Wimbledon qualifying before disappearing again. Real or not real?
Absolute garbage salad, this one.
Absolute AI slop.
Noah Fletcher. No, mate.
Fucking
Noah
Max Carter,
Fletcher.
the equivalent.
No, nice try, Max. Go.
No, show you Max Carter, the Brit.
It was Mason, not Max. Yes, have you gone not real as well?
Of course, not real all the way.
Yeah, you're both correct. That was garbage salad. Noah Fletcher is not real. Hey, how did you detect my bullshit, Adrian?
Noah Fletcher. Just the name. It's not happening. It's not happening.
EA Sports, it's in the name. Adrian, congratulations. You have won the multiple choice part of the quiz. 5 points to 3. Well done.
Don't congratulate me yet.
No, not yet. Job half done. We are at Who Am I? As usual, same format for Who Am I? First section is worth 5 points, and we will cascade down to 1. I will give you a hint for this Who Am I? The person in this Who Am I is real.
Oof. Thank goodness. I think we'd struggle.
Jeez. How would I ever have guessed someone who didn't exist?
Noah Fletcher, lock it in.
Yeah. Sorry, just trying to recompose myself. Chris's disgusting face.
Let's
Disgusted
get on with it.
face.
Come on.
Comments. All right.
Come on.
Chris, you trail by 2, so you need 2 to draw, 3 to win. Just letting you know. This is gettable for you, Chris. I think it's gettable. This is in your wheelhouse. Who am I? I was born in Vienna, Austria in 1993 to 2 tennis coaching parents. I started playing tennis at age 6 and began training under Gunter Brunswick at age 9. When I was 12 years old, my coach advised me to change my 2-handed backhand to a 1-handed backhand. For 4 points, I reached the boys' final at Roland Garros in
Chris.
2011 and won my first ATP
He's won a Grand Slam.
title in Nice in 2015. A major career milestone came when I won my first Masters 1000 title at Indian Wells in 2019 by defeating Roger Federer. For 3 points, armed with heavy baseline ground strokes and my signature single-handed backhand, I reached back-to-back French Open
Chris.
finals in 2018 and 2019.
Chris. It's Dominic
You
Thiem.
gotta speak louder than that, mate. I could barely hear you.
Dominic Thiem.
Nice.
Adrian, why didn't you lock in earlier if you knew the
Yeah.
answer?
Why didn't
Well,
you?
I wanted Chris to give it a crack.
I don't fucking want to win like this.
This is fucking bullshit. This is just... What's wrong with you? You had it at 5 nearly.
I did. Who else is from Austria with a one-handed
Lock it in.
backhand?
I was thinking.
Beat him.
I was thinking way earlier. I was going to say something quite ridiculous. I was going to say Rainier Schuttler or something like that.
He's from Germany, isn't he?
Yeah, but still, fucking, it's across the road, man. Like, geez.
Could have been born there.
Fair enough. I thought you were going to say Jurgen Meltzer.
To be fair, when you said it, I knew, and I was picturing his face, and then I couldn't picture the name until 4 anyway, until later. So,
Well, Chris,
I had the faith.
congratulations.
What?
You win today's Battle of the Spuds. There will be an asterisk on this one. You got rollover Jones over here is just fucking taking dives. It's pathetic. He's just, I don't even
Adam
know
can
what to
never be
say
happy
anymore.
for my success. He can never be satisfied and say, well done. It's always, oh, fuck, he had to win this week, didn't he? Anyway.
Well, he knew the answer.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I couldn't picture the name. I couldn't think of the name anyway. I could picture his.
I'll give you the
player,
benefit of the
but-
doubt then. Fair enough.
I knew the
thought you
facts
were just
about him.
rolling over.
No, the name was just escaping me. I couldn't get it.
Fair enough.
It's just a shame.
I think, Chris, congratulations. You win honourably. Just a better man.
Oh, no Dr. Schnipp for this guy.
You're back in
I
business,
think
Chris, in 2026.
I think the real milestone is finishing Battle of the Spuds before the hour mark.
I've never seen Chris happier at the end of the pod than tonight. He's not only won the quiz, but he can get to bed at a reasonable time.
We've done it.
I'd like to share some special thoughts go out to all the fans in our strong Tennessee demographic. Apologies for the loss. It's a strong tennis state historically, I assume. So, good to see the listeners out there in force, and they'll come back stronger next week. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Adrian. Yes, I appreciate it. And Chris, is there anything you want to say to all the bots who follow you on X?
Yeah, I do. Please follow Adam the Animal on X so you can sort of see where I'm coming from, and please let me know if you agree, if there's a lot of hate, too much hate for my feed. All right. So, yeah, give Adam the follow on X.
Chris, I want you to bring the ammunition next week and just come with some real examples, okay?
See what I can do. I'll see what I can conjure up.
Me disparaging Nick Kyrgios, that's shooting fish in a barrel. It's nothing. Mate, I'd do that as I get a coffee, just mindlessly abusing Kyrgios.
Like the context, like you speak in, I don't even fully understand it because it's all finance shit. And I just know, though, you're just being cynical and pessimistic about things. And it's like, oh, well, just Adam the animal, just doing what he does best, just ragging on people's thoughts and ideas because he knows best.
They're wrong. They're wrong. And I have to tell them. Don't know what's so hard to understand.
And you're right, making a podcast, 9:00 on a Thursday night.
For you. It is true. Well, speaking of podcasts, thank you to everybody for listening to today's podcast. And if you've made it this far, what the hell is wrong with you? But thank you. We appreciate your support. Don't forget to follow us on Spotify or Apple or whatever bloody podcast you listen to us on. Follow me on Reddit. Follow Chris on X. Follow me on X if you want to see cynical hate. Follow Adrian on Instagram. I'm sure he'll be liking a lot of fitness models. We'll catch you next week. Good evening and goodbye.